Hello, this video includes information for proctors and floaters about the PSAT, which will be taken by 10th and 11th grade students on Wednesday, October 14th. PSAT pre-administration will occur on October 7th during X block. On Friday, October 2nd, a packet of PSAT pre-administration information will be put in faculty mailboxes. Test day information will be put in faculty mailboxes between October 7th and October 14th. Please read both, and if you have questions about anything, please ask before October 7th or October 14th. One thing I want you to note is that during pre-administration, students will be asked to write their name using all capital letters. This is new this year. Please make sure that all students do this. Students will receive via email from me their pre-administration room on October 5th, and they will receive their test day room assignment on Monday, October 12th. Those will be shared with them via Google Sheets via email. On test day, PSAT administration will begin at 8 a.m. on October 14th. Lynn and Elizabeth will deliver your test materials at or soon after 7:40 a.m. We thank you in advance for doing your best to arrive on time. Please safeguard the test materials before, during, and after the test, and during breaks. Before the test begins, please remove items that are posted in the test room that might aid students in answering a PSAT question. And please ask all students to silence and store their phones and other electronic devices. They may not use their phones again until after the test ends, not even during the breaks. Please post on the whiteboard the school code, the date, the room number, the testing room code, and a place to write the start and stop time for each test section. Please note that students may have these items on their desks: number 2 pencils, erasers, a pencil sharpener, and a calculator. Students may have snacks and a beverage in the test room. They may eat snacks and beverages outside of the test room during the test breaks. All other belongings should be in a student's locker or at the edge of the test room. Students may not take anything out of a backpack or a locker during the test. Students should not be allowed to choose their own seats. They all must be facing in the same direction and be seated 6 feet apart. They also must be facing a clock that is in the room. Included in your test day information packet will be a seating chart that you will complete and submit with your test materials at the end of the test. Your seating chart will include both a room number and a testing code. The testing room code will allow for speedier resolution for any post-test inquiries that might need to be reported to College Board. Students will write the room number on the back cover of the test book. Students will enter the testing room code in field D on page 4 of the answer sheet. During the testing, please keep your attention on the students. Do not read, grade papers, work, or type on a computer, talk on a phone, or do any other task that is unrelated to the test administration. You may use your phone to send a text message to a floater or to me or to Elizabeth. You must bring a reliable, fully charged, and quiet timing device. You may use a computer as a timing device, but you may not use a phone. As you're monitoring the test takers, walk around the room to check that everyone is working on the correct section. Announce the remaining time at regular intervals when noticed in the test script, and just remember that food and water may not be consumed in the test room. One calculator is permitted on the student's desk during section 4 only. All questions can be answered without a calculator, but a scientific or graphing calculator is recommended. A list of approved calculators will be provided. If a student arrives late, that student may only join the test for section 1 if that section 1 time test has not begun. If a student arrives after the section 1 time test begins, please send the student to the college counseling office. the student becomes sick during the test, you may permit that student to leave the test room temporarily and send a text message to Lynn or Elizabeth. You may collect the test book and answer sheet and return them when and if the student reenters. If the student returns, do not allow extra testing time and tell the student that a report will be submitted. Contact the college counseling office by sending a text message to Lynn to request a new answer sheet if a student has misplaced answers on an answer sheet. Direct the student to print the name on the new answer sheet. The student should continue testing starting in the appropriate place on the new answer sheet. Answers may not be transferred between answer sheets by the student or school personnel after time has expired for the section. Clip both answer sheets together and place them on top of the other answer sheets, and please note how much testing time is lost. Tell the student that a report will be submitted. If you find that a student has a defective test book, please contact the college counseling office by sending a text message to Lynn so that Lynn can rapidly replace a defective test book with a test book that has the same form code. Students will use the original answer sheet. Tell the student that a report will be submitted. And please note how much testing time is lost, if any. Students may leave the room one at a time to use the restroom. Collect the test book and answer sheet, return them when the student reenters, and do not allow any extra testing time. Floaters will monitor the student while the student walks quietly to and from the restroom. And floaters will also provide the opportunity for proctors to take restroom breaks. Make sure that you exchange cell phone numbers with the floaters that are assigned to your room. Section breaks. There'll be a 5-minute break between sections 1 and 2 and between sections 3 and 4. Please remind students to remain silent while outside of the test room. Floaters will stand up and monitor the hallways during the breaks. Students will be told to bring their own snacks and beverages. Food and drink may be eaten in the hallway near the test room. At the end of a test, please collect a test book and an answer sheet from each student. Please make sure that each student has written her name on the back of the test book. Submit your completed seating chart with your test books and answer sheets. Please account for all test materials before dismissing students at 11 a.m. Do not dismiss students before 11 a.m. And as they leave, remind students to remain quiet because testing for some students will continue until early afternoon. Please wait in your assigned room with the test materials and seating chart until they are picked up by Elizabeth or Lynn. Thank you for your help and happy testing!